Hey everybody, it's Mike. I was just watching Jeff's garage adventures and starting up his Chevelle. I love that. I haven't started my classic here, 1972 Caprice, in about a month, so I figured I'd make a video and send it on to Jeff. But I want to show you a little photo montage of how long I've had this car now, 28 years since I was 15, 45. This is me when I was an infant. So you know I was destined to be a Chevrolet man. This is me taking the motor out of this car when I was in high school. Well, just ninth grade. Here's my daily driver. Right there. It's a little breezy. Look at that. Look at that young guy. That's me. Here's the motor. I'm just building for it. Then another car we had, this was in the 90s. That was 1995, that car. And then at the same time we had a 68 Caprice that we did. Fastback car, notchback. Beautiful. That was pretty much everything but a frame off. My car is pretty much everything but a frame off also. But this is my mom's Cruiser. Had a 350 in it. This is a regional 327 car. We never cared about original cars. Just a nice, you know, we did our own paint, our own body work, our own engine work. My dad taught me everything. There's the back end. I love that back notch back. Vinyl tops, man, I love vinyl tops on the B body cars. And the A bodies. Here's me back in the day washing it. Look at that young guy. That's me. I think I was like 17 in that picture. So here is a little preview, but talk about Chevelles. So look at that, got a 71 Chevelle Super Sport 454 car. At the same time, we had a Caprice, we had the Chevelle. So you're not gonna believe this, but this is how my dad found the car. It's in that sinkhole. My dad was working FEMA cleanup road crew for a town that got flooded out, and the Chevelle was down in that sinkhole. My dad pulled it out with an excavator. The guy had lost everything, didn't have flood insurance. And the guy said, I'll take $500 for it. It was originally a 307 Malibu strippo car. It was in that sinkhole, buried in water. So my dad's like, well, let's do a frame off. Let's do a Chevelle. We never did a Chevelle. So here I am working on it now. Jeff's gonna see right away what's going on in this picture, but I'm working on the rear end. Look closely at the rear end. Jeff's gonna see this right away. What's wrong with this suspension? We did this as a joke back in the day. This is before people really posted and made videos or anything. I mean, for us to document stuff like this was kind of rare. We did so many cars, we didn't take a lot of pictures, but here's me working on the rear end. Here's just a shot of the rear end. Notice I'm working on it that day. What's going on here? Jeff knows. Post a comment, tell me what you see. Let me know, Jeff. So that's on the Chevelle. That's complete frame off. Polaroids, remember those? Smooth the firewall on it. Built the 454 for it. Little resto. Did electric fans. And, you know, before they even had powder coating for headers, we had a guy in the area that did ceramic coating. So we ceramic coated the headers and then polished them up by hand. Here is me. Posing with the back of the car. Look at that paint job. Sunflower yellow. My dad and I painted that. Hours and hours, hundreds of hours of body work on this car. 2 quarter panels, put 2 quarter panels on it. Learned a lesson, never cut off 2 quarter panels at the same time. That's a disaster. But we fixed it. Got a cowl induction hood from a friend of ours. Non-functional. We didn't care about that, but you know, real super sport cowl induction hood. I wish I had a closer picture. So we'd like go to car shows. We'd have like 5 cars at a time. Got the Chevelle, you can see. We had a total sleeper ex-police car, Caprice there, totally cammed out, street built, with a 400 small block in it. Kind of rare, because those were LT1 cars. And my car's on the left-hand side there. We go to car shows, and we were into that Chevelle with parts and everything, because we did all of our own work and everything. We were like 16 grand into that car in 1996. And you know, nowadays, I mean, what would this cost? But look at that paint job. Beautiful. 71 Chevelle. SS 454 Tribute, I guess they call it now. Everywhere we went with it, man, people were just like blown away that we did all of our own work. But that's what we used to do. See those smoothie mags, and then look at my car. We always ran Goodyear tires with the smoothie mags. Love that look. It's very old school. See if I can get a good shot. God. These old photos just look so great. So here's my first truck. This was in 1998. This is when I retired my car as a daily driver. So even my trucks were pretty cool. It's an 88 Chevy pickup. Did all that to it when I was 17. Then we also, my dad was a Pierce County Sheriff. Probably heard of it. You watched the show Cops. Very famous episodes of Cops were in Pierce County. But my dad was also, we had a fleet of collector. The Sheriff's Department always retired 2 or 3 vehicles from every era. So this is a car that we did kind of like a body off or a body on restoration. It's a 74 Plymouth Fury 2 with a 440 in it. Pretty badass. All stock. We just went through and refreshed the original cam and everything in it, but it needed exhaust. It needed everything done. Needed a new paint job. We just did a single stage. I think it was a Ditzler was the brand of paint, but we had a pretty limited budget on it, but it turned out pretty good. Ice cold air conditioning, and that car, we put all new suspension. Man, that car actually handled. And this was in 1996, and it was retired in 1981, I believe. It still had a Smith & Wesson functioning radio in it. You could get on there and like talk to the Sheriff's Department. There's another shot of it at a car show. Pretty cool. The car's still around. They take it to car shows. Then the final picture. Ah, yes. Chevelle. That was a fun car. We weren't really into Chevelles, but we had to do one. So I'm going to start my car up for Jeff. It's 60 degrees now, so I'm not a cheater. I got my temp gun, so take temperature. We're at 59 degrees. I got the keys right here. This is street built for you. Not bad, huh? So there we go. The choke is a little smoky. It's a little rich choke, but that's how I get the start so easy. All right, well, see you later.